This is our control unit that I ordered for the AC. I'm getting everything that I got from Nostalgic AC. They're a small company that just seems to work with you pretty well. I've used them for years. So this go like kind of like that, and I think I could smooth this texture out and paint it to match the dash. It would look pretty good, but I don't know. I have these other places where there's choke cables and who knows what. So I'll have headlights over there, ignition, I don't know what I'll use that other guy for, and then the radio delete. I think I might, either we can get a radio that works for it, or I'll just put the little delete plate back in there. They made a little one with a Chevy bow tie that was kind of cool. But I think I want to take these knobs out and put it where these two positions are, because it has a nice little flare and I think it'll look kind of cool. And then maybe Hot Rod Candy can make us some nicer looking knobs for this. But I think I want to stick those knobs up there, and let's just see if that works. I do want to talk about people that, you know, just because I paid good money for this, or I used my customers' money to pay for this, sorry Brandon, it doesn't mean that you have to use it. You know, I got this because it was one of the options for the controls, and a center vent is really nice to have in the vehicle. So I figured kind of two birds, one stone. But, you know, I don't want to shave these off. You know, in order to properly get rid of these two control pieces, I'd have to cut this all the way out and weld in a new piece. And, you know, go on with the, you know, if you got something like this that will work with these, then just go with it. You know, somebody do a customization for you and it's not what you like, then don't be afraid to redo the damn thing. I mean, it's not, you got to do what you like. Okay, so this guy has a little flat side, so does this. This one does have a little flat side on the bottom there. Might be able to use it like that. And another thing that was nice about having it this way is because it comes kind of pre-wired together. All that we're going to have is a power wire. All the rest of it just plugs into the unit here. The unit has the ground wire off of it that you need to hook up to something. That one's not quite big enough. Well, that one works. We're just mocking this up. We'll be sandblasting all this cab and taking all this stuff back out. But this stuff most definitely has to get checked, pre-checked, to make sure that it's gonna work before you get past paint. And so you want to make sure, like on this one, that that switch isn't going to spin in there. It seems perfect. Now on this one where we need to open it up, I'll show you the tool that I have for that everybody working on an old car should have. This is the little tool that I'm talking about. It's a little Dremel tool. This one's made by Blue Point. There's probably other companies that make a similar one. You can adjust the speed back here, and I don't like to leave it on hooked up. I unplug it as soon as I'm done. I plug it in when I'm ready to go. But it makes for something that you can make square holes. You can make a little flat line on that one side that it needs. and extremely handy. Expensive through Snap-on, of course. I think I paid $450 for this, but I've used and used and used and used this, and I'm still on my first set of bits. I think I broke one. So just an awesome little tool. There he is. Hot, cold, cool, very cool. I like that a lot better. Now we're utilizing these two guys. We'll still put a cigarette lighter back in here, and then we'll either do a radio delete here or get a radio that fits in here. I was saying, for the wiring, it just plugs into this guy. You're going to have a power wire that you can hook up to your fuse block or any power source. Accessory, you could go right to your accessory on your ignition here because it has a fuse on it. Usually I get rid of that fuse and go to my regular fuse block. It also has this little guy that you have to be super careful with. You can't bend them or anything like that. This is your sensor that's going down into your AC core, and it makes sure it doesn't freeze over and stuff like that. I think they call it a capillary tube. Anyways, there's a spot on the unit here. You pull out a little kajinger and you stick the other kajinger in there. But anyways, I'm happy with that. They're not loose. They're not hokey. The knobs are a little hokey. But hopefully we can have Hot Rod Candy do us up some nice ones. Like I said, this is just test fit. But that's a lot better to get that test fit, do some grinding on it. If you don't have this tool, I can't help you. Well, I can help you. Bring your car over here. I'll charge you $100 to do that. Get some nicer knobs on here from Hot Rod Candy. They'll look bitchin'. We have the little pull controls to turn on the heater valve. So it's just a manual valve that lets the antifreeze, hot antifreeze, come into the heater core. And we have another one of these to turn on the defrost, which is just a manual flap in the unit to switch it from the three vents for your normal vents and the one vent for your defrost. So I think I'm just going to keep them kind of discreet though, because I'm probably not going to use them too much. Considering the weather around here is usually hot and hotter. There's already two holes right in the bottom of the dash here. What the heck, we'll try them out. It's kind of close to our ignition, but there's our little guys. Hopefully it won't be in the way of anything, although I'm sure it'll be in the way of something. Okay, you can kind of see the extra length here that I got on here. I'll have to cut this guy off in order to shorten this. So I cut this off, pull the cable all the way out, and then you cut down the sheath, and then you slide this all the way back in. I'll have to twist this up one way or another, and then that you can kind of see here, there's where the sheath will be cut off, and it goes up to this and opens and closes that door inside the unit here.
Like a down, black out down below. The black out down in market issue, American government issue. Black out down, black out down, black out down below.